M4 versus Google Wi-Fi. Which mesh system will work best for your home? Do you have Netflix and YouTube buffering while playing a balling computer on crappy Wi-Fi from across the house? Also, does Netflix and YouTube buffer while watching TV shows? Your prayers could be answered with a mesh network. Playing online games and streaming 4K movies requires a good mesh system. Google Wi-Fi and TP-Link Deco M4 are two high-quality options to choose from. Wi-Fi mesh networks were created with work context in mind, such as the military and other similar businesses. People nowadays, however, have strayed away from the norm and are using these routers at home. The TP-Link Deco M4 and Google Wi-Fi are two high-quality options available in this region, while the TP-Link Deco M4 and Google Wi-Fi have certain similarities in terms of features that make them famous and well-reviewed. Because of their mesh systems, they are both high performance for a variety of designs. They do, however, contain subtle distinctions. People who have large residences and a lot of blind spots and signal dead zones like the TP-Link Deco M4. On the other hand, Google Wi-Fi is great for users who want to transfer large amounts of data quickly. Hardware. For establishing reliable and secure connections, these mesh Wi-Fi systems offer high-quality components. The Deco M4 includes a Qualcomm IPQ 4019 chip, 256 megabytes of RAM, and a Bluetooth chip. Because the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz radios share the same chipset, they work together to provide good Wi-Fi performance. Two 1 GB Ethernet connections are also included. For its technological features, it uses MIMU, multi-user, multi-input, multi-output technology. As a result, several devices can be connected seamlessly. Even if you have a lot of devices connected to your system, your network will still be faster since every device will no longer have to wait for a signal. Google Wi-Fi also uses Qualcomm's IPQ 4019 platform, which has 512 megabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes of flash memory, and 4 megabytes WinBand. In addition to Bluetooth and Zigbee, this router also supports Wi-Fi. Moreover, Google Wi-Fi comes with two Ethernet connections, one for LAN and one for WAN. This is all dependent on which internet node is linked. Speeds. On the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz radio bands, the TP-Link Deco M4 can deliver maximum transfer rates of 400 megabytes per second and 867 megabytes per second, depending on your internet service provider plan. The maximum theoretical data transmission speed for Google Wi-Fi is 300 megabytes per second per node and 867 megabytes per node. Google Wi-Fi can provide you with rates up to 2 gigabytes per second. This indicates that while Google is far quicker than M4, the Deco is still capable of handling resource-intensive activities at high rates. Software versions. They are frequently updated for both Deco M4 and Google Wi-Fi. The model and hardware version of each Deco M4 product differs by location. It is currently powered by the Deco M4 EU V1 190620 hardware. To avoid any mistakes, any firmware update should be performed with the router completely turned down. The firmware version of the Google Wi-Fi, on the other hand, is 11021.84.4. Manufacturers have released many upgrades for both items to address new difficulties. The IEEE 802.11 A, B, G, N, AC network protocols are also supported by Google Wi-Fi. Comparison overview. M4. TP-Link Deco M4 has a streamlined appearance and a dual-band Wi-Fi system. Aside from being small enough to fit in almost any room, they also look modern enough. They don't need to be hidden because of their overall outstanding design. The modules are both 90.7 by 190 millimeters in size. Second, the M4 comes with TP-Link's app, which lets you set up your home Wi-Fi quickly. If you need more coverage, you can add router extenders to the 2-pack to cover up to 260 square feet. The TP-Link Deco M4, like many other goods, is not without flaws. For example, its dual-band technology is slow in comparison to other newer models, which are equipped with a tri-band for a dedicated extra band to keep up with high demands. Another disadvantage of the M4 is that, unlike comparable models such as the M5, it lacks Trend Micro and QoS, quality of service. Because of cyber risks such as malware and phishing, a router should be equipped with antivirus software for maximum security. Price: TP-Link's Deco M4, $179.99, offers 3 nodes of whole home connectivity and is designed for homes up to 5,500 square feet. Pros and cons of M4: design that is both modern and attractive, priced reasonably. With MuMimo technology and dual-band frequency, it's simple to set up using the T-Link app. When compared to other goods on the market, it is slower. Quite large. Google Wi-Fi, a minimalist mesh system with an attractive appearance. Google Wi-Fi is a good option. It performs well despite its small size. The device measures 4.2 by 4.2 by 2.7 inches and weighs 11.8 ounces. To begin with, it contains a component that constantly updates you on the status of the router. Various colors are used to accomplish this. When the green-blue light is on, the network is functioning normally and the node is performing as expected. A flashing red light indicates a problem, while an amber light indicates that the node is not connected to the intranet. The TP-Link Deco M4 is equipped with an LED light system that wraps around the unit, similar to the Linksys Velop. It is possible to turn off this LED light during the night if desired. Red flashes when there is a problem, green when everything is fine, and blue when the units are starting. Another advantage of this mesh architecture is that one node can serve as the primary router, with the others serving as satellites or extenders. Other devices, like the Eero and Netgear Orbi, do not allow for this interchangeability. The latest versions of Google Wi-Fi allow voice commands such as Alexa, which you can use to turn on your router and perform other tasks. Price: when you consider what Google Wi-Fi is capable of, Google isn't asking for much in terms of accessibility and functionalities. One primary Wi-Fi point, the one that you connect to the modem or gateway, and 2 secondary Wi-Fi points come with the first generation Wi-Fi set for $259, approximately £204, 399 Australian dollars. According to Google, 3 Wi-Fi points can cover an area up to 4,500 square feet, 418 square meters. Pros and cons of Google Wi-Fi: Alexa and other controls allow you to use voice commands and other controls. Setup is simple, has a sleek, modern appearance that blends into any environment. There are no vent openings.